We like to refresh our homes with a little spring cleaning, and sometimes quick weekend fixes can make our homes feel like new. Dan Mills with the Home Builders Association of Greater New Orleans is here with tips to make your house feel fresh, organized, and more enjoyable to live in. Dan, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
Before we hit those 5 tips, though, you did want to give a shout out or take a moment to address the storm damage on the North Shore and give those folks some resources if they need some help.
Golly, we've been looking at so much going on the North Shore. We have resources at HBAGNO.org about preparing and recovering from these storms. But if you live on the North Shore where most of this happened, reach out to northshorehba.org, and you can find a local licensed contractor in your area that can help with those repairs.
I love that, Dan. Thanks for helping out those folks first and foremost. Now let's talk about everybody else who might be in spring cleaning mode, some things they can do to make their house feel better. So let's start off with this 5-minute exterior scan.
So we've been hearing that more homes are getting onto the market, and we've seen that those houses are on the market for approximately 60 days. So they're beginning to turn, but getting those homes to sell is important. And one of the first things is walking up to that house. Folks come by and they want to be able to see the numbers for your house, make sure they're visible. Make sure that in the evening the lighting is there, because a lot of people come by after work and it's after hours. They need to be able to see the home. That'll make a first impression. And then just make sure it's clean and trimmed.
And not a junky yard.
You got it.
Junky yard, that'll turn people off. Let's talk about brightening the inside and even the exterior with lights.
So the exterior important at night because lots of folks come after work, and of course on the inside too, you know, a dark and gloomy cave is not going to be a place that's going to sell quickly. So think about the lighting and ask for some opinions. Bring some friends over and have them have a look around.
Talk about the applying the smell and sparkle rule inside the home. What is that?
Well, you don't want to walk into a dusty and smelly home. So it's always important to make sure everything's shined up, wipe everything down. You know, just do that spring cleaning. It really goes a long way, and consider using a little air refreshener.
Let's talk about checking out the HVAC system.
So that's a really underrated thing. You don't think about it very often, but change the air filter first of all, because some folks will come and they will look inside there and see, is this house well maintained? But if that house is not cool from that air conditioner, it's not selling.
And people can also deduce other problems based on moisture
in the
house. Let's end with the idea of keeping it or kicking it.
Yeah, clutter is a big one, you know. So if you walk into somebody's house and they've got 10,000 items all decorated around, it can be overwhelming. You may love it because you've got things that you brought home from everywhere you've ever been, but this doesn't always go over well with others. My suggestion is, get 2 or 3 friends, give them some Post-it notes, and then step out of the room and let them put some Post-it notes on things that need to go. And that way nobody gets blamed and you come back in and you know what to kick.
But that's a friendship test if I
That's right.
Be kind of fun. Get some wine, have your friends help you declutter.
You got it.
If you're okay with their opinions on your house. All right, let's end with your website really quickly if people need additional resources.
As always, again, those resources for storm repairs at HBAGNO.org under Consumer Resources. And of course, anytime you need help, reach out.
Dan Mills, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Welcome.
All right, let's get over to meteorologist